Close your eyes and just listen. Can you feel that heavy knot in your chest when their name pops up on your screen? That is not love, and it is not just stress. It is the sound of your soul being slowly erased. As a psychologist, I see you sitting there in the dark wondering if you are the problem. Stop right there. You are not losing your mind. You are being poisoned. And tonight I am going to give you the antidote that will make you untouchable. Listen up, because what I am about to tell you is going to shake you awake. You have been dealing with toxic people all wrong. You think the answer is setting boundaries or cutting them off. That is just survival mode. I am going to show you how to take back your power for real. Because let us be honest. Toxic people are everywhere. They are at work. They are in your family. You cannot run away from a virus by moving cities. You stop dealing with them when you stop being available for their poison. You need to become so unshakable that their drama does not even register in your world. Toxic people have only one weapon. Your reaction. That is it. They do not have real power over your life. They cannot actually do anything to you unless you let them into your mind. They live for the moment you snap or second-guess yourself. They feed on your frustration and your confusion. The second you give them a reaction, they win. They will test you. They will push every button you have. They are addicted to control. They manipulate and guilt-trip and twist reality until you cannot see the truth. But they are powerless without your response. You need to understand this at a level so deep that it rewires your brain. The moment you stop reacting, you become untouchable. The moment you stop giving them what they want, they lose all influence over you. And the second they realize they cannot shake you, they panic. Because without your reaction, they are nothing. Ever notice how toxic people keep escalating when you stay calm? That is because they are scrambling. They can feel their grip slipping. They insult you harder. They play dirtier. They throw bigger tantrums. But that is when you know you are winning. That is when you stay even calmer. You do not fight back. You do not explain yourself. You do not defend yourself to someone committed to misunderstanding you. Toxic people want chaos and drama. They want you invested in their games. When you stay composed, you force them to face the one thing they fear most. Their own emptiness. They cannot handle it. They need someone to manipulate. But when you refuse to engage, they are left alone with their own toxicity, and they hate it. You do not need to argue with them. You do not need to prove your point. You win the second you stop letting them control your state of mind. Your peace is your power. It is what makes you unstoppable in a room full of noise. Every time you react, you train them to keep going. You teach them that their tactics work. But the second you stop feeding the fire, it burns out. No fuel, no fire, no reaction, no control. They will try everything to get you to engage. Guilt, anger, pity, provocation. They will dig into your insecurities. They will say things designed to cut deep. But the moment you realize their words are just noise, you stop being affected. It is not about ignoring them. It is about mastering yourself. Their opinion means nothing. Their validation means nothing. The only thing that matters is what you decide to believe. The only thing that affects your life is what you give energy to. They do not make you feel anything. You allow yourself to feel it. They do not put you in a bad mood. You allow them to. And the moment you take back control of your emotions, you become something they cannot handle. Most people spend their lives being puppets, letting toxic people pull their strings. One comment ruins their day. One argument throws them off course. That is weakness. That is being a slave to other people's dysfunction. That is letting external forces dictate your internal world. But you are not weak. You are not here to be controlled. You are not here to be shaken. You are here to master yourself so deeply that no one can move your center. Imagine if nothing they said bothered you. Imagine if their insults bounced off you like nothing. That is real power. That is freedom. That is how you break free. You become someone who is completely unaffected. They will try to break you, but only if you let them. They will try to make you doubt yourself, but only if you listen. They will try to make you feel small, but only if you believe them. But the second you decide that their words mean nothing, you win. The most dangerous person in the world is the one who cannot be controlled. Never react. Never let them in. Never let their poison enter your system. If you do not, they lose. Toxic people do not deserve your energy or your explanations. Every second you spend trying to fix them or reason with them is a second you will never get back. And the truth is, they already understand. They know exactly what they are doing. They just do not care. You keep thinking if you just explain it better, they will finally get it. If you just show them enough love, they will finally change. But they will not. They never will, because toxic people do not want peace. They want control. They want you drained, exhausted, and questioning yourself. The hardest truth is that some people are committed to misunderstanding you. No matter how reasonable you are, they will twist your words and play the victim. You could sit them down with undeniable evidence and they would still manipulate the situation. Because they do not want the truth, they want control over you. And the second you realize that, you stop wasting your energy. You stop arguing. You stop expecting them to be someone they are not. You stop hoping that someday they will realize what they have done, because that day is not coming. They are exactly who they want to be. That is why you have to cut off your energy supply. Not just physically but mentally. Even if you distance yourself, if you are still replaying conversations in your head, they still own a part of you. The only way to beat them is to make them irrelevant in your mind. Make them irrelevant. Not by blocking them, but by truly not caring anymore. By realizing that their opinion is worthless. The second you stop giving them energy, they become just another background noise. Something you barely notice. Stop expecting closure. Stop expecting an apology. It is not coming. And even if it did, it would not change anything. An apology from someone who does not care is just another manipulation tactic to keep you in their game. Every time you let them back in, you reset the cycle. You do not owe them a conversation. You do not owe them one last chance. You owe yourself peace. You owe yourself a life without their chaos. And that starts the moment you stop feeding them your attention. Toxic people cannot survive without an audience. They need someone to react to them. The second you stop being that person, they start to wither. They lose their grip and they eventually move on. Here is the truth. These people do not target everyone. They choose their victims carefully. They choose people who are empathetic, who are kind, who want to see the best in others. They choose people who are willing to give second chances, who struggle with letting go. That is why it is so hard for you to break free, because they have trained you to feel guilty for putting yourself first. But you do not owe them anything. You are allowed to choose yourself. The moment you choose yourself, you will realize something incredible. You never needed them. It was always them who needed you. Toxic people survive by making you believe that you cannot live without them. They want you to think that leaving them means losing something valuable. But what are you really losing? The stress, the drama, the endless emotional exhaustion. That is not a loss. That is a victory. You do not need their permission to be free. The only thing you need to do is decide that their role in your story is over. That they no longer get access to your energy. When you stop investing in their chaos, they lose all power over you. You were never trapped. You just needed to stop giving them the key. Toxic people think they have broken you. They think they have left a scar so deep that you will never recover. They laugh at the pain they caused. But they underestimate your resilience. The smartest thing you will ever do is take every betrayal and turn it into fuel. Use it to sharpen yourself. Use it to build a life so powerful that they become nothing but a footnote in your success story. Toxic people do not break strong people. They create them. They wanted you weak, but now they do not matter. They are dust in your rearview mirror. They are nothing compared to the future you are about to build. The one thing they never wanted was for you to realize your power. Toxic people do not choose weak victims. They go after people with light and ambition. They see something in you that they lack. Strength and kindness. They try to destroy it because your existence reminds them of what they are not. And when they fail to bring you down, it burns them to the core. They wanted you broken. Instead, you became dangerous. The best revenge is becoming someone they can never touch again. Someone who does not even flinch at their name. They thought they were teaching you a lesson by treating you like nothing. But they were training you. They were sharpening you. They were handing you every tool you needed to become the strongest version of yourself. And now every single thing they did to break you is the reason you are unstoppable. Let them talk. Let them watch. Let them sit in the same place while you outgrow everything they tried to use against you. Let them hear your name in rooms they will never enter. Let them choke on their own bitterness while you move so far ahead that they cannot even reach you with their hate. They wanted you wrecked, but instead you are using the fire they lit against you to build something unshakable. You are taking every ounce of pain and turning it into success. You are proving not to them but to yourself that they never had real power. Your success is their worst nightmare. Your ability to rise without them, to smile without them, to find happiness beyond their reach is the one thing they hoped would never happen. They wanted to be the main character in your story. They wanted to be the wound you could never heal. But now they are nothing. Every time you level up, every time you win, every time you prove to yourself that you were always capable, you erase them a little more. Every time you choose peace over chaos, discipline over self-destruction, self-worth over their validation, you strip away the power they once had. They counted on you staying the same. They counted on you being too broken to move on. They counted on you never finding your strength, but they were wrong. And now you are someone they will never have access to again. Someone who does not even need revenge because success is enough. They do not get to steal any more of your time. Every moment spent thinking about them is a moment wasted on someone who was never worth it. The best thing you will ever do is make them irrelevant. Live so well, so fully that they become nothing but a lesson you outgrew. Because the truth is, they were never your competition. They were just a distraction. Your real competition is the old you. The version of you that tolerated them. The version of you that questioned your worth. Every time you choose yourself, you win. On this channel, The Raw Truth Relationships, I share science-backed ideas to help you understand your worth and build the strong, loving relationships you deserve. They wanted you broken, but the only thing left for them to do is watch as you become everything they swore you could not be. If this resonates with you, subscribe to the channel and join our community. Please like this video, it really helps me reach more people who are still lost in the fog. Thanks for watching, and remember, you are not alone, you are sane, and you are enough. Share your story in the comments, ever one sentence. Sometimes naming it is the final release. And remember, the past may call you, but you no longer have to answer. On this channel. The Raw Truth Relationships share science-backed ideas to help you understand your worth and build the strong, loving relationships we deserve. Subscribe to the channel and join our community. And please like this video, it really helps me create more. Thanks for watching.